All right, now speaking of frauds, I love this story, and it was right under the Trudeau story, so I think it's a great time to share it with you guys. There's a guy by the name of Colin Kim. I think he's the one who came up with this in L.A., of course. Where else would this come up with? A new type of exercise. Once again, I hope you're sitting down if you're at home, or if you're driving, hold on to the steering wheel with both hands.
Just allow me an indulgence. I watched for the 5th time Anchorman this last week with a friend of mine who hadn't seen it. It's moved up. It's one of the 10 funniest movies ever made. And the more I see it, the more I like it. But at one point, he says he can't go to the group, Ron Burgundy, Will Ferrell says he can't go to the group pancake breakfast that the news team always goes to once a month because he has a plan Saturday morning with Christina Applegate. And he's like, yes, we're going to go jogging, I think it is. Or it might be yogging. I think the J might be soft. Apparently, you just run for a certain distance continuously. I don't know. And so there it is. There's your new kind of exercise.
Right. That was in the 1970s. Well, in 2005, we went one step further or one step back, depending on how you look at it. Are you ready? You know what? Take a quick guess.
What the new exercise is?
You know what? We're going to have fun. JR, you're going to guess as well. Everybody's going to have fun here guessing.
We have about 14 people there in the producer's room, the production room.
I bet you if all 14 people guessed that not one of them would get the new exercise.
The new exercise. I will go with power walking. It's a terrible guess, but I'm going to go with that.
Power walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to ask somebody else to go first, and I'm going to rescind my power walking. I'm instantly taking it back.
All right, let's start with JR. JR, what is the new exercise that is sweeping Los Angeles and soon probably the country?
You ready? Chin-ups. That's my guess.
Chin-ups.
Chin-ups,
okay.
yeah.
All right, chin-ups. That's the new guess. JR.
It's got to have something to do really small, so I bet you something with the fingers. Probably some kind of finger flexing or hand motion like that.
All right, finger flexing. Something with fingers.
Finger flexing.
Okay, all right. Who's next? Kendra, you ready? Our intern?
Sunshine?
Yeah, Sunshine. Let me see what you got here, okay?
This is our...
the new exercise.
This relates to L.A.?
It started in L.A., yes.
That's your hint.
Some sort of party hopping.
Party hopping. That's as a new exercise. Not bad. Not
Wish I
bad.
thought of that.
Vanya's trying to leave the room. Somebody tackle her.
Get Vanya.
Because she's going to have to guess as well. Dave, are you ready? All right, Dave, our executive producer. The new exercise.
Standing on your head.
Standing on your head. Not bad. Not bad. Jesus, you ready? All right, he's going to have to step out of the director's chair for a second. Rock and roll Jesus from East L.A. What is the new exercise?
I'll go with scalp massaging.
Scalp massaging. The
one.
person getting the massage or the person or giving the massage?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
All right, interesting. All right.
It's like a workout. You work out as a team.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, hey, JR,
No,
you want to change?
already. No, that's if the person is giving the massage, that's the same thing as my hand motion. With
The finger flexing. He's
He's
No
asking.
piggyback.
He's asking the judges to disallow giving a massage. We'll have a judge's ruling in just a moment. Don't we have some other people in there?
Sure. Yeah, Vanya, let's go. Come on, just calm down.
Get
It's not
over
mine.
here.
It's not even the camera. By the way, Vanya's hot, and we'll have her on camera later. All right, Vanya, give us a guess here. New exercise coming out of L.A.
I'm stealing Mario's idea, running from the cops.
Right.
Mario's from East L.A. He knows. That's awesome. All right, anybody else out there? Any takers?
We need a replacement.
Come on, JR's brother. JR's brother's in the house today. He's got to have a
First
good
of all, JR's brother, what's your name?
Corwood.
Corwood? All right, fantastic. Corwood,
As in like the core and wood, right?
Wait, say that again?
Your name's like core, like the core,
Like
Core.
and wood, like
right.
I've got wood.
No, Corwin.
Oh, Corwin.
Corwin, oh.
See, that's what I thought. What the hell kind of name is Corwin?
I did. And in fact, my betrayal of how ridiculous that name was betrayed, and I was like, oh, great. But Corwin,
Corwin.
that's the name.
totally
That's
normal.
fine. Yeah.
All right, Corwin. New exercise coming out of LA. What is it?
Well, I got to say, with all the facelifts and plastic surgery going on, it's got to be some kind of face massage, like face.
Now, come on, there's too much. Face stretching. Okay, I'll go with face stretching because that's not massage. Face stretching. Okay, you know what? I'm ready to give the answer.
All right, I'm going to go over the answers.
Okay.
Chin-ups, finger flexing, party hopping, standing on your head, running from the cops, face stretching, and the judges, I'm afraid, disallowed JR's objection. It was overruled. And massaging.
I think the massaging and the face stretching are the closest.
Okay.
But like I said, I hope you're sitting down. The new exercise, sleeping.
Really?
I'm not kidding. LA Times. I'm not making it up.
Let me see it.
August 15th, 2005. Okay, sleeping. And a guy explains, and he says, it's really catching on. He's doing these classes where they get together and they just lie down. They just lie down, right? And they say, it really helps to relax the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it does. That's why we sleep 8 hours a day, or as much as we can. Yeah, I think God had that figured out before you did, Colin. I got to be honest with you. And of course, everybody's like, "Oh, this is exercise? As long as you tell me it's exercise, I'll go." And they all go and they lay down. And they're like, "That's great, man. I went to the gym 4 times this week."
Colin Kim was asked, could this possibly count as a workout? And he says, absolutely. This isn't a typical workout, but it is a workout. Sometimes you've got to give your body a break.
Colin, I give my body a break all the time. You can tell, okay? I mean, that exercise, I go nuts on it. Hey, look, we're in L.A. It makes sense. I didn't realize I was hip. I was onto this trend way before this year.
What's more, he says, adopting a more laid-back approach to fitness. This is from somebody else, Walter Thompson, professor at the Department of Kinesiology and Health at Georgia State University, which is down in Atlanta. So this guy says, adopting a more laid-back approach to fitness may get you closer to your goal by encouraging consistency. A more laid-back approach to fitness. Sleeping.
He says, but that could get you to be more consistent. You're right. I've been consistently exercising every night of the week.
Some people, he says, can't face the thought of a long, hard aerobics class after a long, hard day at work, so they skip their workout entirely and take a nap. And that should count.
Why not?
Yeah.
See, this is what lazy America has come to. This is the final line. Hey, don't worry. Stuff your mouth. You just keep eating your quarter pound of cheese. And by the way, I'm just as guilty as anybody else. This fatty calzone today. I had McDonald's this morning, sausage burrito stuff. But that's all right. Tonight I'm going to work it off.
Yeah, I'm going to take an Ambien and work it off.
These people are preposterous. I'd say only in L.A., but really only in America. They start the trends, and then we're all going to... And then, by the way, they call the class literally...
Nap time.
Nap time.
And you take the yoga corpse position, which is lying on your back, sort of spread eagle, I think. Mm-hmm. And they go to sleep. They do some stretching first.
All right, I'll read one last paragraph from this. From the LA Times. What really distinguishes Kim's classes from others is that students spend about half the 60-minute class in that corpse pose.
Yeah.
See, that would be called the sleep.
Yeah.
Right. Kim drapes a warm towel over the student's eyes. By the way, this sounds awesome. I kind of want to go. And takes them through relaxation exercises that start with the big toe and end at the crown of the head. That is, if the participants are still awake. And if they're sleeping, they may not notice when Kim makes his way to each student, offering head and neck massages. You know what? Maybe we do give you know what? Jesus won. That's right. I had forgotten that.
Right.
Because he said it could be receiving a massage as well.
Yeah. By the way, it was very awkward when you stopped at head.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is a whole different kind of class.
I didn't even realize that. So I said, and if they're sleeping, they might not notice when Kim makes his way to each student, offering head.
Yeah, and I was like, what? And you're like, and neck massage.
I think they'd probably notice. Yeah, you're listening and watching the Young Turks.